Was there a secret Hollywood plot to prop up the Fantastic Four and try to get more people through the door at cinemas? Today, we'll show you alarming information that may point towards more than just Rachel Zegler calling Pedro her dad. Hello, folks. It is a joyous day, a sunny day here in somewhere sunny USA. We're happy to have you, and we're coming to you from the studio where we're glistening every time you're listening to the latest in entertainment updates. Folks, as we dive in, click the like button. It's a strange one, but it's the kind of thing you'll want to know to be behind what's going on really in Hollyweird. All right, out of Deadline, take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It is by Glenn Garner. This came out 3 days ago, and if you were watching the Valiant Renegade show, you got a glimpse of this. Fantastic Four first reactions praise immaculate VFX and pitch-perfect script. One of the best things Marvel has ever made. Now, the reason we say it that way, folks, is because we're seeing the reviews come in now, and we've seen Alan Ng of Film Threat, whom we greatly trust, give it a 6.5. IGN is giving it a 7 out of 10. Yet Deadline was saying, before anybody was able to release a review, that it was immaculate, pitch perfect, one of the best. You get the idea. So how did they come to that conclusion? Well, take a look at this. As summer at the box office heats up, MCU fans are sharing their first reactions to the Fantastic Four First Steps. Following first screenings of the debut entry in Marvel Studios Phase 6, which hits theaters July 24th, audiences have praised the visual artistry, impeccable writing, and performances. On X, one fan called it quite possibly the best Marvel Studios film ever released. Absolutely loaded with talent and standout performances from Vanessa Kirby and Joseph Quinn. If you thought the MCU died with Endgame, think again. Thoughtfully crafted and easily a genre-defining classic. Now, who in the world said that? Well, this account. And lest you get mad at us and say, well, now you're putting the spotlight on a little account, because it is a little account. It has like 100-something followers. Sorry, Deadline did it. We're just covering what Deadline did. George McKay with @Harper's Media. Hashtag Fantastic Four, quite possibly the best Marvel Studios film ever released. Absolutely loaded. You already read that right on Deadline. Thoughtfully crafted and easily a genre-defining classic. This from George McKay @Harper's Media. So we looked up Harper's Media, trying to figure out what the heck is Harper's Media, because Harper's Magazine is really about all you can find. Now, I don't know if Harper's Media, the website, is Harper's Media the account that's linked with that account you just saw. But if it is, guess what it is? A social media strategy and web marketing partner. Huh. Interesting, eh? So Deadline, to go back to what they were up to, Deadline just randomly finds some person, some account that managed to get to see the movie early, appears to be, might be, although we cannot confirm with 100% assurity, seems to be attached to a marketing firm, and calls it one of the greatest things ever made since sliced bread. And lest you wonder, lest you say, oh, come on, pro. First of all, that's not a real image of the person, which, funny coming from me, eh? But that's a screenshot from an image that's reviewed, and the followers are 174. So how the heck did George McKay, if that's even a real person, how did George McKay get in early, call it the best thing ever, with 160-something followers, and Deadline suddenly says, that's what we're going to put up. That's going to be the headline. That's what we're going to use. I smell something afoot. Panel, we're going to go to more of this in just a moment. There's been a secret push, I believe, out of Hollywood to boost up the Fantastic Four. It's why we are a little bit skeptical. Panel, what say you? Is this par of the course, or is this a new level of desperation?
This is 100% par for the course. This is, they do this constantly. Every time a new Marvel movie comes out, or a new Disney movie in general, it's a return to form. It's the greatest thing that's ever happened. All of a sudden, there's all of these reviews, a lot of them very worded in a lot of the same ways. It was almost as if they're either bots or got talking points. That's why it doesn't, it's not like we're rooting for the movie to fail. It's just we don't believe this stuff when it comes out. They said Captain America was the greatest thing. Brave New World was the greatest thing ever. And it wasn't. It was terrible. And everyone said it was terrible who saw it. So, you know, the Thunderbolts was slightly better, but it still bombed out terribly. So, you know, I just, there is a concentrated effort to save Marvel. And I think it might also be a concentrated effort to punish David Zaslav and kind of undermine DC as well, because we saw the way the mainstream media attempted to undermine Superman when it came out. So it all seems a little odd to me. It seems a little too convenient that suddenly every movie is the great return to form, and then a week and a half later, suddenly everyone is giving their actual opinion.
Well, it seems to me that maybe they're worried that if Fantastic Four fails, then Avengers Doomsday will fail. And if Avengers Doomsday fails, then guess what? The entire cinema economic system could go down. And I don't think they want that. I legitimately think they don't want that quite yet. But they're going to accounts with 150 followers that may be linked to specifically to marketing companies, and using that days ahead of any embargo left. So this is what gets out there, and none of the people who had the reviews were able to say, well, I mean, it's a 7 out of 10, it's a 6.5 out of 10. Nobody could say that because they're all embargoed. So this is what lands out there. This is what everybody has to read about. And it appears to be from a very low count account linked with a marketing firm. Okay, well, that's not all, folks. Get ready, because guess what else? Take a look at this. Out of Cinema Blend. It wasn't enough that they were pulling in reviews that we have some reason to wonder about, but they were also continuing the Internet Daddy thing. And not only were they continuing the Internet Daddy thing, but it appears they tried to manufacture a Pedro Pascal, Rachel Zegler paternal relationship. Let that sink in for a minute. Yeah. Guy, I get the same feeling on this one. Let's just read it for a second. Maggie Sheck. Pedro Pascal might be the internet's daddy, but Rachel Zegler just explained the sweet reason why she actually calls him dad. Folks, just let it sink in for a minute. Just let it sink in. They're telling you that Rachel Zegler calls Pedro dad. What the heck is this? Culture, you seem to be stupefied. Your entire face has just gone into full-blown shock. Can you believe they're actually right? Can you believe they thought this would work?
Oh, again, I mean, this goes back to a conversation around, well, marketing and trying to stealth, opinions into place. It's not anything new. It's pretty easy to suss, and it just follows a playbook. I'm more stupefied by what Guy was talking about, at the fact that they keep using the same strategies to try to, subvert.
Well, but culture, listen, having Rachel Zegler say that she calls Pedro dad, they've never even worked together. They've never been on the same set. Why would she call him dad?
But they are very connected, Pro, because remember when she was attacking Gina, she was like, it's time to all start appreciating Pedro Pascal more. And then when Snow White came out, he called her an icon, and he says all these nice things about her. And then apparently she said, oh, he came to Snow White and he stood up and gave me a standing ovation after every song, which I believe 100% actually happened.
Guy, get in here. What do you think about the idea that they've got Zegler now? Zegler out there saying that he's her dad, baby.
Well, let's just remember Pedro Pascal's actual father has all kinds of scandals swirling around him. He fled the United States for quite a while before he came back. And they're trying to cover this up by putting other daddy words linked to Pedro Pascal to kind of get away from that scandal, I think.
I'll also throw in here that Zegler's dad is Polish, and if she calls this weird Colombian guy her daddy on the internet, she gets even farther from the part of her heritage that she wants to erase here.
This is so, everything about this is weird to me, and I mean like weird. The idea that, like, why would you want to tie Zegler to the Fantastic Four and have her call him Pedro dad?
Weird.
But they need something. They need something or someone to blame for when this film tanks, because this was the greatest thing ever for Marvel since the last greatest thing ever for Marvel.
Well, and also why though? Because these things are so obvious. Why would you be at the very beginning of your article citing an account that has 150 followers that says it's the greatest thing ever, and then not think that some of us are going to click on that account and go, oh, wait a minute. There's something here, eh? Like, they are just out in plain sight at this point. Ron, they're not covering their tracks. And I don't know if this is going to track for a positive result for Fantastic Four, but I wish they'd be better at it. It's too easy now. This is like catching fish at the bottom of a barrel. Like, make it harder, guys.
I'm trying to figure out why Hollywood is obsessed with everything that makes normal people cringe. Like, if you're just a regular normal person and you're looking at like the whole Pedro Rachel relationship thing, first of all, both people are cringe, and then to put them together is like double cringe, and I just don't. I can't understand it. It's and by the way, I have to say, I was thinking about this for myself. If it weren't for Pedro Pascal, I would be far more interested in seeing the Fantastic Four if they had cast some other actor. If you look at the rest of the other three, they're good actors, but they're not nearly as known as Pedro. If they would have went with somebody like that for Reed Richards, somebody who is, you know, a known enough good actor that there's a name behind it, but not like Pedro, not like somebody who's literally in everything. Hollywood seems to be obsessed with Pedro Pascal, and it's really, really bizarre.
Well, he's got billions of dollars that they're counting on him bringing into the studios because he's the head of Star Wars. He's the head of Marvel for 2 films. I mean, everything is riding on this guy. So they have to be obsessed with him and they have to protect him. And if he does weird, strange, bizarro stuff, they can't, like, they have to defend it because they can't lose billions of dollars.
They don't just defend it, they celebrate it. That's what's so weird. It's just like, it's like nobody, I'm equating this to Stephen Colbert. Nobody said anything about Stephen Colbert until now he's canceled. And now everybody's coming out of the woodwork talking about how great Stephen Colbert is. Where did it even come from? Hollywood's bizarre. Hollywood clearly does not get what normal people think. They're just living in some kind of bizarro world bubble. And they seem to want to preach on the rest of the world their ideology. And I think that they had a big answer to that in 2024, that the rest of the world, we don't want it.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we'll continue to track this, but it appears there has been some sort of effort to prop up Fantastic Four using less than transparent means. It's just too bad that we're on the scene and they are not making it hard anymore. And it is time to put a bow on it for this one, folks. Is a gift to everybody who wants to know exactly what's going on in the entertainment industry. And we are so joyful that you were there to receive it. We hope that you had a great time. An attitude of gratitude on this channel every single time you decide to spend time with us. As we get ready to say goodbye, we only ask a few simple things. Click that like button, share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, so waste not yours. And folks, as you get ready to head out that door, do you have a place on social media that you love to share this sort of thing? Hey, you can make this YouTube video sing by putting it out there for your friends, your family, and for those weirdos who just won't leave you alone. Folks, until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Jump into the water!
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun. Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio. What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.